Hey comic book fans, welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. I am your host, Wild Bill the Unknown Comic, and my partner in crime.
And I am Pete. How's everybody doing? We've got a fun little show for you here today. We decided to just do an all DC show and pull out some stuff that we've kind of accumulated fairly recently or whatever, and some odds and ends. I know Bill pulled out a bunch of...
It's not going to be little.
Sorry to interrupt. A lot of odds and ends, a lot of oddballs. Yep. So it's all about DC today. So there's no real focus to this show. It's not just Batman or Superman or whatever. It's going to be whatever we got, whatever we've gotten recently,
because we're pretty much Marvel guys, but we know there are a lot of DC fans out there.
Yeah, we like some DC stuff
we
too.
Do.
You know.
So I'm going to start off because I got a way big stack.
Yeah, he's got a bigger stack.
I thought that I was going to split it with Pete, and he showed up with his stack. So this is going to be a marathon. I'm going to go with the Spectra. Adventure Comics. I just recently got this.
Weird Adventure Comics. Let's make sure we point that out. I don't know if it's any different from regular.
Actually, this one, yeah, this is.
That's a great cover.
I have 6 of these now. I'm drawing a blank as whether I just got this or had it. I think I just recently got this. I picked up 3 of them. I have 6.
Powerful, very powerful.
Here's another great cover. I just recently got this. Pete and I, we mentioned it in one of our episodes. We recently took our buddy Kirk. We went to a comic book store. And we all were like...
I love how he's like looming in the background on that. You almost don't even notice that he's there. And then whammo, there he is. It's like once you really look at that cover. Because the first thing you see is the fish, the barracuda, and the guy trapped underwater. And the skeleton. But then all of a sudden, the Spectre's kind of hanging out in the back there. Very
watching
cool.
it all.
Very cool.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the 3 I've recently added to my collection. And then, how to get some Flash.
Gotta get some Flash.
The Flash.
And that's, is that Captain Cold on there?
Captain Cold.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. More Flash. I picked up about 8 of them. So I have a lot of Flash now between 200 and 300. This is issue 250. And a milestone issue.
And this one we showed on our recent Flash.
We showed this one off recently. The fleshy-headed Flash.
The cover that Bill didn't even know that Batman was on the cover.
That's what I did a double take. Because his ears were short. I didn't pick up.
No, it's not the cat.
I was looking at the melted face of the Flash.
Yeah.
Another Flash here. This is 260.
Barry's looking quite conflicted on the cover of that. Holy moly.
Looks like he's on a game show. He doesn't know the answer.
What do I choose?
This is 286. I've needed this one for a while. And then I got, this is 287, the next one. Right?
It's a cool cover.
Then I got...
I don't like that.
This is the next one, 288.
Dr. Alchemy. The Flash
looking a little transparent there.
Kookiest villains.
He's being... he has some crazy rogue villains. And then I needed this one. This is 298. I have 299 and 300. My Flash collection stops at 300. I'm not going past 300.
I like that cover. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was glad to grab this one. You want to show a couple?
Sure. So here we got first issue of All-Star Squadron Annual. All right, another one of the many DC teams. You're going to see a lot of familiar faces there, right? So a lot of
annual, huh?
It's an annual, yeah. So the first one here, I got that, and then we got regular All-Star Squadron number 63 with the origin of Robot Man.
Regular? Is there a difference?
Yeah. This is just.
Is there an unleaded version?
Super premium
diesel. The Diesel Star Squadron.
What else? I'm going to show up a couple Swamp Things here.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I got 3 of them in a row.
And I have some of these. I'm looking at what you got.
These are good, actually.
This one you have, I don't have. These
71.
are from like the mid-'80s, the late 80s, 87, 88.
Swamp Thing, a lot of good Swamp Thing content in the
for
in
mature
the 80s.
Readers.
That's right. Not for you kiddies out there. Number 72, I love this cover.
I have this one.
Yeah, that's great. And then I got number 73.
Put that back. Yeah, I have that one also. But the face of the Swamp Thing.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then number 73. Bill and I were just talking before we went on the air. We think we're going to try and do a Swamp Thing episode for you one of these days. So if you guys want to see that...
You'll see these books again.
You'll see these books again and a lot more. And I have all the Archie...
Archies?
Archie stuff.
I don't want to see those. You can keep those at home.
All the...
Bernie Wrightsons?
No, now I'm
I have
forgetting
2 of
his
those.
name. The...
Archie Goodwin?
No. Alan Moore. Sorry, guys. So I have all the Alan Moore issues in like graphic novels. So we'll go through those, and those are fantastic.
My next Archie guess would have been Archie Bunker.
Alan Moore. Sorry, Alan. Not Archie. Well, I was going to say Archie Moore, but he's an old-time boxer, right? Who's been dead for 1,000,000 years.
Okay.
But Alan Moore.
Probably one of the most controversial books. Again, with drug use, the Green Lantern.
That's actually a very important issue. I actually have this story in a graphic novel, but I did not know you had this. That's worth having.
Thank you, Tony. Rest in peace, Tony. He gave me all his DCs. He wasn't into DC. He said I could take all his DCs, so I got this from Tony when I was like 13 years old.
Bill is absolutely correct in that this was one of the most controversial storylines, rivaling the Harry Osborn storyline with drugs in Spider-Man.
But it does have an approval code.
Real? Wow.
I was just going to say it doesn't. But it does.
I mean, it's so obvious. You got the hypodermic needle right on the front. It's like, Jesus. Well, but again, this was roughly 8 years after the Spider-Man one.
I guess.
So maybe that's why. Maybe they kind of...
Did I write the year on the back? 1971.
Also, just a couple of years after. Wow, holy cow.
Was it Spider-Man 69?
I think so.
Or it's 1970, right?
Yeah, it was right around that time. So
this one had the approval code with a big heroin needle on it.
And quite frankly, I think that storyline is a little more controversial than the Harry Osborn one, I think, in my opinion.
I believe so. I read this
surprised that they let that go by. Wow, hey, whatever.
Black Lightning, first issue.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Tony.
I have all the Black Lightnings in the graphic novel.
I'm sorry. I picked that one up. This one is from Tony.
That one's from Tony.
Yeah, I got this one from Tony. The other one I picked up later on. Black Lightning, I would say, is DC's version of Luke Cage.
Yep. Kind of. Their first, I think, African-American character.
Also, back to Adventure Comics. One of my only Aquamans. I had another one.
Which I have now.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, that's a different... I'm talking about
the original
this title.
Okay.
I had an Aquaman, but it was a 30-cent book. I actually traded it, I believe.
You gave me one that...
that was... the one you picked up from me was like 1987.
Yeah.
On the horror side, I've shown this in the past. House of Secrets.
That's a great cover.
Love the cover. Yeah. The story inside is terrible.
Why is it terrible?
It's in one of them bait and switches that we've talked about. The cover's better than the inside story.
They do that all the time. With
real hokey on the inside, but I love it, man.
That cover is just absolutely killer.
Yeah. Someone asked us to do an episode about war comics, but we don't have a lot of war comics. Got this one from my good friend Joe. When I was a teenager, Joe gave me his collection when I started collecting. But this is the only Weird War issue that I have.
I have thought about maybe going out and trying to get some of those old Sergeant Fury, Howling Commandos, because I used to have a lot of those when I was a kid. I don't have them anymore.
This is like 1987. Eclipso, he was like a bad guy, and they finally gave him his own title. He was a villain.
He's pretty nasty looking.
Yeah. Number one. This has appeared in some of my other horror episodes that we've done. Dead Man.
I love Dead Man.
And
he's a cool character.
This is like that graphic novel kind of. Yeah. It's kind of thick. You did Swamp Thing, now I'll do Swamp Thing.
There you go.
These are the only two from the original run. This is number 13, I believe. This is 13. And I just picked this up like a couple of years ago. And the oldest I have is number 7. I've shown this off before. With Batman in it.
Yep.
Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, classic stories, those early ones. That was when Swamp Thing was really still like a horror comic. And not that he wasn't later on, but those early ones, absolutely.
These are hard to get, because the fact that Bernie Wrightson passed away. Yeah. I was at a con. Pete and I were at a con a couple of years ago, and some dude wanted like $20 a piece for them. And I was like, nah, What do you got?
I got some Batman for you.
Ooh.
All right. So these are. So here we got. These are all in the 300s, I believe. So here we got Mirror Master and Captain Boomerang going against Batsy.
What number is that?
This is number 386.
I don't have it. Okay.
Maybe I should just put my glasses on.
There you go.
Without them, I can't see. 388. Sorry, I'll keep them on for a couple.
That's all right.
Pretty cool cover. Two obvious big time villains, more so for the Flash, but here they are fighting Batman, which is pretty neat.
Very cool.
Here you got number 354, so these are obviously not in order. You got Hugo Strange.
354.
Yep.
I got to stop you for a second. My Batman collection stops at 353, and then I got a big gap up until like the 400s. So this would continue in my sequence.
There you go. Hugo Strange, of course.
Give me that. No, just kidding.
337. So I'm moving backwards. Sorry,
okay.
Guys. Here we got this. This is kind of a ridiculous story. Here walks the snowman.
I don't have this one either.
It's kind of a cool story because you got this villain who's this guy's doesn't really want to be a villain.
And is that a 50 center?
That is a 50 center. Yeah.
So that's probably 1982.
Yeah. This is a good one. So here he is in Arkham Asylum, obviously
I
going
have this
nuts.
one.
Yeah,
yes,
that's a good one.
That's a good one. I bought this one off the rack, kids, when I was a teenager.
Okay. And then here, actually, no, this is the one I was thinking of.
Oh,
the Deadly Little Christmas. This is the guy.
Deadly Little Christmas.
Yeah,
I like that.
The Blockbuster. So this guy,
the video store.
Yeah, which was still very popular at the time. But this is the guy, the villain who he winds up dying in the end, and he tries to save this woman, and everybody thinks that he's just like this evil dude who's trying to take her hostage, and doesn't turn out well for him. Kind of a sad story, but
it's a nice cover.
Yeah, it is. It is. Number 313, of course. Here we got Harvey Dent, otherwise known as Two-Face. All right,
my first Two-Face in my Batman collection that I bought off the rack when I was a teenager.
And number 314, also.
I need this one.
With Two-Face. That's a great... I love this cover. You know what this cover reminds me of? That classic Spider-Man cover where Doc Ock and he are battling in a helicopter. It's very, very similar. You got Doc Ock in here and Spidey hanging out for dear life. That's kind of what that reminds me of.
I have 313 and I have 315 in my Batman collection, but I don't have that one.
This one.
Yeah, that's hard to find. I have some other DC here. This is Hawk World. This is probably like 1988, maybe 1989. They gave him his own... Hawkman gave him his own title. And then I have the first 4 issues of this run, but I just showed you number 1. And then they also went and made like a little graphic novel of Hawk World.
I dig the Hawkman character. I always have. He's pretty cool. They don't use him enough, in my opinion.
And this was pretty cool. I bought these back like in somewhere between 87 and 89, maybe 90, somewhere around there. But this was a 3-part story, so I bought them all.
Why not?
And I think they flip around the back.
Yeah, wrap around. Yep.
Yeah. But the other one doesn't show much. And this is the third one, which I think is the coolest cover of the 3. And these are like magazine gloss quality.
So I notice he's missing on his headpiece. He's missing the big... it's a little more streamlined, different look to him.
Big nose.
Yep.
Adam Strange. Again with a 3-part story and a wraparound cover.
What were these going for?
These were $5, like $3.95, I think, back then.
Okay.
Is that $3.95?
Yeah.
This is part 2. Again with a wraparound cover. Good.
Yeah, $3.95 US, $4.95 Canada.
Yep. So $4 a piece.
Pretty cool looking.
When most books were $1.25 back then, I think, or $1. And again, magazine quality on the back. Really, really wraparound cover. Then I got... this is called Super Team Family Presents, but it's with the Green Lantern and
Hawkman.
And again, I got this from Tony.
The Atom down there too. Yeah, it looks like the Atom down the bottom.
Yep. And check out the back.
SeaWorld.
An advertisement for SeaWorld,
which probably was fairly new at the time.
That's probably That's a 50-cent book. 60. That's probably 1976.
Yeah.
A double price.
Okay.
Of a 30-cent book. This is something I got from my friend Tara.
Crossover. Look at
that. And it's a wraparound cover. Artist is George Perez. And this is probably like from 2004 or 2003. It's nearly 2000s. But this...
do they fight or are they teaming up in that?
I haven't read it yet. Oh. I have so much homework to do. But I didn't really want to... These kind of books, I hate to open them because it puts a crease down the spine.
Yeah, true.
But it's a beautiful book.
That's intriguing. Yeah, I know. I haven't read a lot of those crossovers.
And it's, again, it's one of those rare occasions where Marvel and DC team up, So it makes the collection better. I picked this up last year.
Nice.
From a guy that was selling some books off of Facebook. He was liquidating his son's collection. So this was a number 1, Firestorm, but I read it. I didn't like it.
No?
On the inside. I'm not. It's kind of like a parallel to Captain Marvel, where you've got between the
Rick Jones
and Captain Marvel. There's the same kind of thing going on in this kind of story with that character. Do you want to show some more?
That's it. I'm done.
Oh, you are?
I'm just watching you now.
Oh, okay.
It's your show now.
The Death of Superman.
Yep.
And never opened the bag, obviously. I had 3 of these, but I sold one. I have another buddy named Pete. I bought 5 sets of The Death of Superman, and I sold one set 5 years ago to my buddy Pete, and he insisted on that one. But if you want to know what it looks like on the inside, here you go. The Death of Superman. And the very next issue that they did after he died was this one in Justice League of America. The Death of Superman ran through like 3 different titles. They had Man of Steel, Superman, Action Comics, and
which
Justice
DC
League.
did all the time.
And this actually is like a little overlay. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Check this out. They got this like wraparound thing, and then it's like Funeral for a Friend.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was imperative to get to complete the story of the Death of Superman, the aftermath kind of thing. Some more Flash that I've added to my collection. It's fighting over... It's got to be Barry's wife.
It's Iris and Reverse Flash.
Picked this up recently, in this past year. I needed this one. This is issue 235. This is probably like 1974, 73. Another one. This is 233. I like this cover.
Yeah.
Definitely cool. This one I just got when we went to the candy store recently.
Candy store. It's like going to a freaking candy store, man.
This is issue 215. And then my next oldest Flash after that. I don't have a lot of old Flash, but this is definitely worth getting. This is from like 1971, I believe. I had to get Flash 200.
Yeah.
I think we've shown this off in one of my Flash episodes. The guy that was liquidating that I mentioned, his son's collection, I had to get this. Catwoman, number 1.
Yep.
This is like 1987. Maybe 1992. Somewhere, maybe 92. Our buddy Eric, who doesn't sell anymore, sold me this one. I had paid a pretty penny. Joker number 1.
I got Riddler, Penguin, Two-Face. Oh, God, all
Yeah,
on there. Yeah.
I don't know how far the Joker ran. I don't think it went very far.
No.
Batman. My turn for Batman.
There you go.
365. Right. This is
Look at that one.
number 350.
I love that
Kind
cover.
of a milestone. This was actually my wallpaper on my cell phone for a little while.
That's a great cover. Let me take a look at while you go
Go
on the next one. I want to take a gander at that.
This is 343. I like this cover with the daggers being thrown at Batman, and the one is dead center. That's a killer. That's a killer throw.
Know who drew this?
Gene Colan.
Yep. Look at that carefully, boys and girls. Gene Colan. We got to hold that for the for the Gene Colan episode we're gonna do.
Shh, don't tell them what we're doing.
I took one gander at that. I was like,
This is three.
Hold on.
This is close to your 314.
305.
Yeah. 305. Batman. 281. Just got this a few months ago.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think I picked this up at a con in the spring. This is 276 Batman. I just love how this ghost is running through the wall.
If it's got horror elements,
yeah,
it's good.
Look at the look on Batman's face, like, oh shit.
Yep.
How am I going to get this guy? This is 274. And I think my oldest is like 269. So I don't have a lot of old Batmans.
So who is that he's
Did I say
fighting on the front?
Oh, I'm sorry. 264 or 267 is my oldest. Here's 269.
So who is this woman on both of these covers? I figured that one might be Talia al Ghul, but I don't know. Who knows?
I don't remember.
And they don't list it. No way.
I read them, but I already forgot. And that wraps up our DC
A lot
edition.
of cool DC stuff. You know?
Hope you guys liked it. Sorry for the reprints, but there's a lot of people that are new to the show.
Haven't seen the old episodes. Not a ton of redos on this one, but I think, while we're both mainly Marvel guys, we both like kind of accumulate DC stuff here and there in between, and we don't spend a lot of time talking about it, so it's good to do a show like this where we kind of play catch-up.
Kind of lumped them all into one big pile.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you liked it.
Yep, and, we at some point, because, I'm always picking up Batman stuff left and right, and I know you've been picking up a lot of Flash stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Flash is my favorite. I love Batman, obviously. That's a no-brainer, but Flash is my favorite DC character.
But we'll do that Swamp Thing episode at some point in the near future, so I'll be on the lookout for that. So a lot of other good programming coming up. So don't touch that dial. We'll see you next Friday with some more new content. And
please tell your friends about us, and thank you for your subscriptions and your comments. And we look forward to hearing from you again. I'm Wild Bill saying thanks for being here.
And I'm Pete. We'll see you guys real soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.